Very good afternoon, students. In this session of human values and professional ethics, we will discuss about holistic development towards universal human order. So, like in the previous section, we have already talked about how right understanding provides the foundation for the identification of universal human values in all the dimensions of life. It also facilitates the recognition of the definitiveness of ethical human conduct. Then it helps us as human beings to perceive the close correlation between universal human values and happiness, and to realize that the ethical human conduct is a natural expression of our innateness. So this helps the mankind transform to living with human consciousness. So then, in context with professional ethics, it was observed that the development of ethical competence among individuals and a collective social consciousness towards ethical human conduct proves to be the best way to promote professional ethics. So, we have to first of all identify the comprehensive human goal. And for identifying the comprehensive human goal, we have to visualize it. That what is or how is the comprehensive human goal like. So the thing is that you have to visualize the comprehensive human goal. So an important implication of right understanding is the visualization of the comprehensive human goal, which is conducive to the human welfare. Presently human welfare is primarily perceived in economic terms only. We have already seen how such a narrow objective leads to problems in various spheres of the life, and so it is not sustainable. So, further, in the light of the right understanding, it is possible to visualize the pattern of a holistic way of life to cater to the comprehensive human goal, a model of human living which is people friendly and eco friendly and therefore sustainable has to be made. So, in this process, it will be possible to visualize a way of life and a set of criteria to evaluate the education, the healthcare systems, the technologies, the production systems, and the models for commercial activity and management. As we have seen in Comprehensive Human Goal, the systems for its fulfillment and the scope of universal human order is recalled from the various previous chapters. So you can say that in the light of right understanding, it is possible to visualize the pattern of holistic alternative to cater to the comprehensive human goal. A model of human living which is people friendly, eco friendly, and therefore mutually fulfilling as well as sustainable. So, comprehensive human goal consists of the following points: there should be right understanding or samadhan in every individual, prosperity or samriddhi in every family, fearlessness or abhay in the society, and coexistence or sa-astitva in the nature. So these are the comprehensive human goals. So, if we talk about the vision for the development or the vision for the holistic alternative, that is the vision for the development and universal human order. So, a correct appraisal has to be done of the comprehensive human goal and human welfare and the realization of coexistence at all levels. This enables us to visualize and gradually evolve a viable way of life to replace the prevailing pattern of human living. So, right understanding prepares us for moving towards a holistic way of life, which will be sustainable as well as conducive to fulfill the basic human aspirations for all human beings. It will be a mode of living which is self satisfying, people friendly, and eco friendly. So, there is an urgent need to initiate research and development in this direction, as our present model of living is actually providing us to be more and more, it is proving to be more and more problematic and unsustainable. So, right understanding provides us the basis to evolve humanistic education system, holistic healthcare systems, appropriate technologies, production systems, and management models, which are based on recyclability and compatibility with the nature. Also, with the help of right understanding, it will be possible to visualize a humanistic constitution which will facilitate the development of a harmonious world family, an undivided society, and a universal human order. So, all dimensions of such a universal human order can be worked out in detail, in tune with the above mentioned objectives. So the universal human order will primarily involve a holistic pattern in all the dimensions of human activity in the society, including education, health, self regulation, production work, justice preservation, and exchange storage. And harmonious networking between the basic unit and their clusters, successively moving from the family order to the world family order, can be as follows. You can see over here that moving from the family order to the family cluster order, from the village order to the village cluster order, to the city order, to the nation order, and finally to the world family order. So, what is actually holistic alternative? So, there should be universal human welfare. That understanding gives the basis for the identification of universal human values in all the dimensions of life. The right understanding helps towards the holistic alternative or universal human order. So, humanistic education system, holistic healthcare system, appropriate technologies, production systems and management models, and economic order or recyclability and compatibility with nature evolved through right understanding only. So, what are the various dimensions of human order? So, we can visualize the human system, be it education, be it health, be it production, exchange, or justice, and conceptualize a harmoniously functioning system. And we can do away with the unacceptable features. So, the primary step towards moving towards the holistic way of life is to develop the right understanding among the human beings. Commitment to live accordingly, and then to develop the requisite skills and knowledge system to implement the right understanding in real life. Thus, it calls for a change in the education system to a humanistic education system. The right understanding provides us with the vision of such a humanistic education. As we have already talked earlier, also, that education means to imbibe the understanding of harmony at all levels of living. It is not just reading, writing, and arithmetic, but rather it is a process to enable human beings to live in accordance with the natural acceptance and at all levels of living. It calls for a huge shift from our vision today. So, these are the various bases for humanistic education and humanistic constitution. So, humanistic education. What is humanistic education? Inculcation of the right understanding at all the levels from self to the entire existence, and the development of the competence to live in accordance with it forms the core of humanistic education. One should be therefore able to evaluate at all the endeavors in the light of right understanding. Humanistic education will incorporate appropriate integration of values and skills so that human beings are able to understand and their physical needs correctly and adopt suitable techniques and production systems to cater to these needs in an eco friendly and people friendly manner. So, the humanistic education will facilitate the process of self exploration, which will actually lead to continuous self evolution of human beings. It also enables the realization of one's innateness as well as the universality and definitiveness of ethical human conduct. So, it will also develop the assurance that only value based living can be conducive to continuous happiness and prosperity for one and everybody. Now, if we talk about the human constitution, so the human constitution, in addition to the right understanding, and which also provides as the basis for humanistic constitution, which is essential for the development of an unfragmented human society and universal human order. So, working towards the comprehensive human goal and developing the competence for ethical human conduct, it will be among the salient directive principles of a humanistic constitution. It will also be conducive to social justice. So, presently, the human society is divided into various castes, creeds, religion, and nationalities, whose objectives and interests are proving contrary to those of others. Accordingly, a major part of human endeavor is used in handling these conflicts and contradictions. Paradoxically, the human beings are spending a substantial part of their energies and resources in preparing themselves for various destructive purposes. So you can see or you can understand that when the parameters of human welfare are universal, that it is commonly applicable to all the human beings, then why should the human endeavor in pursuit of these common objectives conflicting with each other? So in the it may be very thought-provoking exercise to visualize a model of humanistic constitution in the light of right understanding. Because presently our efforts are directed largely towards using various modes of enticements and punishments to change the behavior pattern of people. However, this is not successful in the long run. Things can only be set right by developing human consciousness, by developing right understanding among people, and in no other way. So the right understanding also offers a satisfactory and spontaneous resolution of the prevailing human conflicts, ranging from the family level and going up to the global level. So it becomes very thought-provoking exercise to visualize a model of humanistic constitution in the light of right understanding. There are various questions that can be asked over here. What will the fundamental rights and duties be? What will be the way to ensure justice and protection in the society? What will the formal format of working for a universal human order? How will people connect to the world family? How will the representation of people be ensured in maintaining order in the society? So these are the various questions that can be asked to oneself. So therein this to begin. So you can see diagram over here. So if you begin with the family, that is the smallest unit in the order of the society. So you can move from the family to the world family. The constitution will provide the base of harmonious living. These are relevant issues in terms of visualizing the needs, the holistic way of life in the present scenario. So you can see over here in the diagram that human conduct is the conduct that ensures continuity of mutual happiness and prosperity, which actually is affecting humanistic constitution, which tells the nature of the society of people living together in a relationship of mutual fulfillment, which then leads to universal human order, the society in which the human goal is realized. And finally, the humanistic education system. That is the point of entry. So the education that ensures the development of complement to live with definite human conduct. So this is the dynamics of the universal human order. So it is possible to move towards universal human order with the help of suitable policies which have evolved through right understanding. Understanding of the harmony gives the notion of an undivided society and human order. So the universal human order will concept dimensions of human endeavor such as education, health, etc. And the five dimensions of human endeavor, that is education, health, etc. towards a harmonious society. Steps of organization from family to world family, each anchored in right understanding, will integrate in the following ways. That is education for right living, sexual sanskar, health or self-regulation, that is swasth and sangyam, justice and preservation, that is nyaya suraksha, production and work, that is utpadan karya. Then you have vinaya kosh, that is exchange and storage. These are the five dimensions of human endeavor. So you can see in this particular diagram, we have already seen that humanistic education is the entry point. That is why we are trying to draw your attention from all the directions. That we as educationists, as teachers, as education administrators, and as policy makers are responsible to bring about this transformation. We have to be the most active agents to start this transformation. So finally, it can be concluded that it is possible to move towards the universal human order with the help of suitable decisions, and our policies should be evolved in the light of right understanding. Such development will naturally be external to all human beings. The whole existence except the human beings is already operating in harmony. So it is for us, that the human beings, to understand, to appreciate this harmony and to play a role in this total order. So for today, students, this much only, and in the next class, we'll come on about another topic. So you can see that the very salient points that we have come across is over here is that the right understanding helps to identify the comprehensive human goal, that is right understanding and right feelings. This gives us the vision of holistic way of life in all the dimensions of human beings. The understanding of harmony gives the basis and framework of humanistic education. The universal human order in terms of the various dimensions and different types of order, that is from the family order to the world family order in the society, can be visualized on this basis. So students, for today's session this much only. We'll continue with this in the next session.